Welcome, Who-Mans, to Geek Salad's Retro Movie Reviews from the Geek Salad Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike.
And tonight we conclude our Maystery Science Theater month with our special guests, Kurt Smith and Triv from Trivial Theater.
Yay!
Welcome back, guys.
I'm currently Liberace with Dockers.
All right, and this is
George
Triv's
about
pick
that.
as we discuss the Sci-Fi Channel classic, Pumaman.
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 Gianno.
If you like the real taste of bacon.
Get in a dick.
I mean, my pick, Fry Maidens from Outer Space had the really good classical music, and then we got the classical piece, the love song from the Pumaman. So we are
Which is pretty much the only music they play throughout this entire movie.
Yeah,
it was disco, nothing but disco music the entire runtime of the movie.
You can't say that it suffers from like Guardians of the Galaxy, where they're using like really the same music over and over. Like it is unique, I guess. Maybe
technically.
Yeah.
That's a word I'd choose, but to each their own.
have a lot of different connotations. So.
Exactly.
So,
oh boy, this one.
I love this one.
Yeah, this is a fun episode, but it's also just not a very good movie. Like literally, Donald Pleasance said this was his least favorite movie he was ever in. This was a guy who was in Halloween 6. He was in Warrior of the Lost World.
Yeah.
With another MST episode with the gintiest paper chase guy. What other bad movies was Donald Pleasance in? I don't know.
He's definitely been in more bad than he's been in good movies.
Yeah, he's kind of like Cameron Mitchell, but he actually shows up and does stuff.
Yeah.
Drunk with his ass.
The director of this movie actually said it was one of the worst ones that he'd ever done. And he actually did Operation 007.
Oh.
Whoa.
Good God. We got like MST alums in this episode here.
Now, would you say this is actually maybe in the top 5 most popular of the sci-fi channel releases?
It's up there.
Yeah.
It feels like so this was one of the first episodes. So I saw the movie and then I kind of lost track of MST and then came back to it like after college. And that's kind of where I started seeing like the sci-fi episodes was on Sci-Fi on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And this one was on a lot. And I don't know, it's always stuck with me as like, but yeah, I think it is such a great episode because it is so incredibly quotable. It is like, it's not like a lot of MST fare. It's kind of stands out. I don't know, at least to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel too overall timing for an MST movie, it actually flows really well. For a bad movie, it's at least, fast.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say efficient with its time, unlike,
it's only 20-some minutes.
Fireman's, Fireman's from Outer Space, which is totally efficient time usage. But yeah, no, this one is it's crazy because it really is a curiosity. And the funny thing is too, is that the actor who played what's his name? Vadinho?
Yeah.
I just saw him recently in Fitzcarraldo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, when I was laid up, I was like so I got sick. And then my wife had a stomach bug, so it's like we weren't going to share space because I didn't want to get sick on top of being sick already. So I slept on the couch, and so I'm just like putting movies on to help me sleep. And I was like, I've never seen Fitzcarraldo before, so I put that on, and yeah, Vadinho's in that.
Wow, who became a Pumaman in that one?
Well,
cheers,
we're here.
James.
Hey, James.
Hey, James. We are here. and we are ready to rock the Pumaman.
You are of Earth. Corn grows in you.
That would be an amazing band name, Rock the Pumaman.
Oh yeah.
I think one of my favorite terrible things about this movie is that whenever Donald Pleasance or cobras would possess somebody, their head would show up, the actor's head would show up on a shelf for a second, and then it was this really shitty clay version with electrodes hanging out of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the one done by MST is to the same level of quality as what was in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be close.
Yeah, the Roger Whittaker one.
Yeah.
Which I just found this out. Roger Whittaker actually just passed away 2 years ago. He was
really?
He passed away in 2023.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, I did love the ending though. With also there's when we first are introduced to Pearl when she's having her ball, she's got the mole on her one face.
I saw that mole and I knew it was gonna move. I just didn't realize how often it was gonna move. Seeing it.
Oh.
Wow.
Shitting.
Would
he get sued? But yeah, Pearl's mole. She her mole pulls a Richard Lewis and Men in Tights, and it moves to her her forehead.
You know what? Her ball was such a failure that it had to move just to hide from embarrassment.
Yeah. Then Brain Guy's having the party upstairs, and Kevin as Roger Whittaker comes in, and he sings a little bit, and then he slowly backs away into the corner, and then she bangs him with the guitar.
Bangs with the guitar. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
When he's sitting there singing, he almost sounds like the melody he's going with kind of sounds like Land of Sky Blue Waters, like the Hams.
Yeah.
Like tag or the Hams jingle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for an alien race that can make a golden mask that can control people, the fact that it just produces fake looking paper mache claymation heads.
Yeah.
That's not very technical savvy of them, right?
I also find it funny too that the MacGuffin is this large thing that cannot be moved.
Yeah.
It can swivel. There's no problem with that. But it's not it's not really a mask, is it?
No. Not specifically. Well, the problem is, how Viagra was originally used for heart stuff, but then they found that it was actually right, but it's actually better as an ED medication.
Yep.
They're trying to use the mask for controlling people. When actually, if you put it on, you'll become a really great song and dance artist.
I am Pleasance. I am funky.
Exactly.
Again, I don't know what kind of material that suit was made out of, if it was actual leather or plastic, but that thing had to have been so freaking hot.
Yeah.
It looked like one of those sauna suits. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it looked kind of like that. It's that thing that you gotta they had to rinse that out every night just from all the sweat.
Well, I suspect that's why he didn't have a whole lot of scenes outside.
Right.
We're inside in the air conditioning.
Sorry, Don. Dry cleaning's not in the budget.
Well, they were all trying to cut weight for a big wrestling tournament that came the weekend after this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's.
Oh boy!
I think my favorite.
One of my favorite scenes, and it's just because it's Vidinho is beating up all the bad guys and all that, and then you got Tony, in the back, just jumping around like an idiot.
Yeah, he's jumping. He's clearly jumping on a trampoline, because just how his feet are going up in the air when he's jumping.
And he can fly just like a real puma.
Oh yeah.
Puma's known for flying.
Rear projection is on a whole nother level.
Oh man, it does make me wonder. And I know we're talking a low budget movie for the time. This looks like it was Italian, maybe. Italian
I think
made.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! This was definitely Italian.
I was gonna say it looked that way. I didn't do a lot of research into this before we came on, but to look at the rear projection and not, it's never going to be perfect, but to look at that and say, oh yeah, this is great, to let that go by and not give it further thought I don't know. It blows my mind every time I watch it.
You're falling this way, and yet the real projection is going this way.
Right. Yeah. And it's clear that they shot stuff. Like they clearly had like I don't think it was stock footage. Like it looked like it was actually shot by them. So you could just literally shoot someone going down or going straight across or whatever.
Yeah, just take a camera.
Oh no, he dropped him at a diagonal angle.
Our camera guy was drunk.
Footage. It's easy. It's easy enough.
Right.
I also feel too like the leg harness broke.
Yeah.
That scene where he's like fighting the guys in the warehouse. And he's just just jumping around, like just shooting all the guns at him, and like he's like going like kind of keying into the wall a little bit because they like use like green screen or something like that to show him disappearing into the wall. It's just so bad.
Yeah, because pumas are known for being able to
walk through walls.
Yeah.
That's why they're the scariest damn cat in the jungle.
Absolutely.
But don't worry, if you're wearing red, they can't see you because all they see is red.
Oh God, yeah. I started watching the broadcast version of it on YouTube, but like after like the hour mark, it started like the video was like screwing up a little bit, like it was jumping and stuff. So I switched to watching it on Peacock. Because there's only like a few episodes and Pumaman's one of them that's on Peacock. But when that scene came up, because that scene when he has like the red vision, it's like coming up, it felt like my TV was just going to stay tinged that color because of just how like I mean it wouldn't have been so bad if I was like watching if I was watching a proper copy of it, it might not have been so bad. But since I was watching something that someone clearly shot on tape,
That's what happens when you get the red 5 dye going on there.
Yeah,
I got a lot of good ads when I watched the broadcast version. I got like one for the Nissan Xterra, I think what it was, with Lenny Kravitz's Fly Away. Nice. I got one for KB Toys when they were doing their online stuff, which they had an ad for the Sega game or the Dreamcast.
Oh God!
Wow! Oh, I miss my Dreamcast.
Yeah, because I can't remember what else they had. Like Outer Limits, modern modern, I guess now, almost 30 years ago, Outer Limits. With Will Wheaton and shit. Yeah. What else? And stuff for the Lost, and a couple advertisements for the Lost Boys.
Nice.
Airing tonight at 9:00 on Sci-Fi Channel.
Back when Sci-Fi was a proper channel. God damn it.
Yep.
I think it's pronounced. I think it's pronounced CP.
It's Wi-Fi now.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, somebody put red Kool-Aid into my contact solution.
God, the funniest line was like Virginia hiding behind the tree. Just, I'm a wood nymph.
This one's like always quotable for me, and my best friend will always just quote, like the when you want the taste of bacon in a dip. Or the you are of earth, corn grows in you, or really, Deonald. Or what was it? The human man. Humans.
I'm Virginia. I'm an onion.
I'm always a fan of who am I kidding? I can't build a cat. And then my personal favorite, and it's one of those things where you don't know where the hell it comes from. If it was like a weird translation thing from the original script, or I don't know. But so the dinosaurs become extinct because they don't know how to love each other. But the fact that that's actually I don't know if that was supposed to be him flirting, because they are kind of obviously in a flirty situation. But
right,
what the hell?
The dinosaurs fell to the dreaded Revenge of the Sith disease, where they lost the will to live.
Yeah, exactly.
So if we don't want to go extinct like the dinosaur, we need to love each other.
Yep.
So
if we love each other, does that mean the dinosaurs come back then?
Yeah, they gotta learn how to live, laugh, love, like the dinosaurs.
That was the problem with Jurassic Park. Wasn't enough love.
Nope.
Well,
too much hate.
the dinosaurs they just loved to eat them as compared to just like love them.
Well,
That's
that's
a gray area.
Yeah, fair enough.
I particularly enjoyed the scene where they had to pretend that Tony had thrown himself from the building, and the henchman just keeps going back and keeps going back, and then the bug starts.
Oh yeah, there's like a stink bug on his face or something, or like a beetle.
Yeah.
Should we shoot him? Nah, let's just leave him alone.
Yeah, it's just wasting of a bullet.
Yeah.
It's got to look natural.
Guys,
Hey,
I do have to ask.
Go back. Nope, sorry, too late.
Guys, I do have to ask. Where am I gonna get another personal fire truck?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell was with that scene? Truly, like, was that? I don't remember seeing that guy otherwise, except for this one shot.
No. His friend was very accepting of the fact that Tony was the Pumaman.
No, the sandwich man.
Oh yeah, the sandwich man.
Yeah, that guy was just. He kind of felt.
He was just there and he was gone.
The guy at the end of the Killer Bees, where he just shows up and serves absolutely no purpose.
Yeah.
Well, there were so many henchmen in this. It was hard to keep track if the guy at the beginning of the movie was the same guy at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one where they had the riff of "One day, sir, I hope to be as bald as you."
Yeah, the 70s Italian stash, though.
Oh yeah, the Italian stash.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't live up to Donald Pleasance's Fortress of Balditude.
Again, did anyone else think that mask thing kind of looked like the thing from the Fantastic Four?
Oh, the Foreman Fantastic Four,
or just like Fantastic Four as a whole.
Yeah,
like, yeah,
it does
kind of
have
that rock features. Yeah,
yeah, it
Jack
kind of had
Kirby
that
era.
Really had
the Jack
that,
Kirby, the Jack Kirby era.
Yeah, it had the kind of overlapping brow and kind of Neanderthal-esque kind of features.
Somebody read Fantastic Four.
But were they funky?
Seriously, I mean, that prop was just so big and unwieldy, though. It's like, what were you thinking?
Yeah,
they weren't.
I'm guessing it must have. Like, if it was real gold, that thing would have weighed at least a couple 100 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Which do you think Donald Pleasance's frail 1979-1980 frame would have handled that one?
I don't even think Donald Pleasance's 1960s frame would have been able to handle that.
Yeah. It is kind of a crazy movie. The funny thing is too with this one, other than the Roger Whittaker stuff towards the end, I don't really remember a lot of the host segments for this one. And maybe that's just me because people are coming in and out of the room as I'm watching it. Nobody really sat and watched the whole thing with me. But
yeah, see the ones in this. They
the nanites and the haircut. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a little too dry. The desert.
And it was a nice callback to the whole like Shelley screwing up the hair previously too.
Oh yeah. His hair's like.
Hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we would see that a lot actually on the sci-fi years.
Yeah, there's a lot of the nanites.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the nanites and God, I love those nanites. The carnival one was the best one.
And then the clown
rolls the quarter over it. Like a bunch of them get crushed.
I made the clown.
Yeah, Pumaman. He has a power to project major cities.
London, everybody.
Help me, Virginia. Help me, Virginia.
At all times, he has the look of a man who's been hit with a fish. Oh, good God.
He rolled with it too really well. Like, can you imagine someone like tossing you out a window and then like continuing to chase you with a belt? Whoa. Like, hey, take the belt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Then he hides in like that little shed thing or whatever, and he beats down the door and he grabs the axe handle, and then he still has it when he meets what's her face.
Yeah, that's
He still
true.
has like he has like an accent. Yeah, he's like when he first is introduced to our female lead, he's still have like the axe handle in his hand. Doesn't make sense as to why. You figure he would have dropped that but he didn't.
Nope, he did not.
Yeah.
If
Yep.
you got an axe handle, you hold on to it.
You do. You absolutely do. Like it's
I was
going out of
seeing
style.
what else Sydney Rome had done.
Yeah.
Because, so she's an American actress, and I'm just like half expecting that there's a Penthouse spread somewhere in her credits because there's really no other reason why she would have gotten cast in this.
And I did look her up a couple of days ago. She was in a kind of a Marty Feldman Italian comedy called Sex with a Smile.
Okay. It looks like she's done a lot of Italian stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was in the Italian Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yeah.
Her top credit on IMDb is Pumaman.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Ooh, the new Big Bird action wear.
Do you think that the actress as well as the character could be taken out by a slow gin and what was the other thing? Crap. I had it here in my notes. Shoot. Well, anyway, that I just completely ruined that joke. I apologize. Slow gin and a Trans Am. Slow gin and a Trans Am.
Oh yeah, slow gin and a Trans Am. Oh yeah, one of my favorite jokes is when he's like when Pumaman's up in the attic, like before he becomes like Pumaman, and like he like climbs through this tube looking thing, and apparently the house capsized, and he and Shelley Winters climb up through the.
I love that joke so much.
I always love it when they do the Poseidon adventure jokes. Turns out Shelley Winters is a very good swimmer. He's in an attic. Attica.
I think my favorite reoccurring joke across this entire thing is Videnio says, Neil, and he's like, no, my name's Tony, I told you. I love that joke. It's so goofy, but it's such a simple little joke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of his buddy in the fire truck, yeah. I'm in the fire truck for USA Up All Night.
That was a really good Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, it was a very good Gilbert Gottfried. Oh, the mask. You could get that at Blockbuster.
That was another good one was Goldfinger got Mike Tyson. Or Goldfinger got Mike Tyson, that was the mask.
Yeah, and then the other one was when they're going to the mansion or whatever, yeah, Goldfinger's riding with Octopussy.
What kind of party clown is this? I am not paying for that. Yeah, maybe a pricey.
Shoot. Yeah.
I am the supermodel of Christmas Past.
Oh, there's Twiggy. Where? Oh, you just missed her.
Yeah, it is a very fun movie.
Yes. Yeah, this one's definitely like I'll have to write. I don't think I've ever written out my top 10 favorite MST episodes, but this is probably going to be one of them. Honestly, because it's number one, it's we mentioned it's a very iconic episode.
Yeah.
Number two is it's very funny, and number three, it's probably one of the best of season. Was it season 9 this was on?
Season 9,
yeah. It's probably one of the best of season 9. That was a pretty solid, pretty decent season of MST.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah.
What are you
looking at, Mike?
Season
9. Apparently, this was season 10.
Oh,
really?
I don't know. IMDb's weird.
This is season 9, episode 3.
I was going to say, at least on YouTube, it was.
Why the hell does IMDb have it on season 10?
Because IMDb doesn't like MST3.
Or they're counting the KTLA season.
Oh shit! You're right.
Sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
damn, Andy.
Yeah. Projected Man, Phantom Planet, Werewolf, Deadly Bees. Yeah, Hobgoblins, Gorgo, Final Sacrifice. Final Sacrifice is probably be number one for season 9 because it's just again that's another funny one. But yeah,
One of his Beer in the Sun.
now since that one's back, now since you can watch it on YouTube, that should have been my pick this year. Damn it!
Was Hobgoblins one that had Meryl from Pulp Fiction in it? One of the Sci-Fi Channel movies had Meryl, the guy who called Zed before the backroom scene, the GIMP scene.
Was it Quest of the Delta
in one
Knights?
of the Sci-Fi MSTs.
Now I gotta look this up.
It might have been Hobgoblins. It might have been the dude from the bouncer from Club Scum, Road Rash.
It may have been.
Was in Pulp Fiction. That dude was in Pulp Fiction.
Hello, Street Face.
That's butt crack.
Yeah.
The character name was Meryl.
Meryl, yeah.
Looking at
Last hard cheeks.
Yeah. Spider's got a couple of
Johnson.
flies.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look it up too, just to be on the safe side because I got the name wrong. They don't really say his name all that much. And we'll see if he
This
was
portion of the Geek Salad Live is brought to you by IMDb.
Hey,
yes,
this is what we do. Well, Mike is not an IMDb guy. Mike is a Wikipedia guy for everything.
Yeah, that's
Wikipedia.
Fair. Wikipedia tends, at least with trivia, it's probably going to be more accurate.
Dwayne Whitaker, who played Road Rash, was played Maynard in Pulp Fiction.
Maynard, that's the guy's name. I got the M right.
You were halfway there. Whoa,
Yeah.
living on a prayer. You did not look through a glass dumbly.
Wow.
Well,
I'm still trying to figure out like what the deal is with that meeting at that mansion or whatever. Like, and he's like spying on them through the mask. I still don't understand like what that was all about.
Right.
I think there are a lot of logical problems with this movie.
What? Oh, come on. This is a solid movie.
Most Italian movies I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, the most realistic thing is the fact that, he crashed that helicopter. I think it's pretty much when Donald Pleasance plays villains, I think that is his preferred way to go.
That is fair.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to go out with a bang.
Yeah, even when he plays the hero, he likes to be burned alive. I mean, Halloween 2.
No, that's true.
But he didn't die, though.
Sure.
Well, that means there should be a Pumaman too.
He was in Halloween 4. I'm not saying it makes any logical sense, but he was there.
It doesn't have to make I think we've established this one. It doesn't have to make any sense at all.
Nope.
No, there's no continuity. There's no continuity in any of those Halloween sequels.
No.
Look at Invasion USA though. That made no damn sense, and neither did this.
Yeah. No, to be honest,
Fire Mage in Outer Space made all the sense in the world.
Sure it did. Sure it did. Yeah. What about Tormented? Tormented made sense.
It totally made sense.
Tom Stewart killed me. Tom Stewart killed me.
Oh, go ahead.
When the most sensible movie we've done all month is directed by Bird-Eye Gordon, there's something wrong.
Well, I guess
we had movies that are very sensible,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Giant. Yeah, it was because it was the only movie that he did that was on MSC that wasn't about something that was giant because of radiation.
Yeah. Yeah, kids don't buy that radiation crap anymore. Well, this is going to be interesting for next year then, how we look at our Maystery Science Theater next year and where we take it from there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to try to. I'm gonna have to pick. I picked 2 Mike era episodes back to back, so I gotta pick a Joel episode for next year.
I tend to pick Mike episodes. This year I had to pick a Joel. I just felt like I needed to pick a Joel episode.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I just go down to my list of favorite ones and just close my eyes and throw a dart.
I'm gonna go with whatever one comes up first in my picking of the top ones. It's like, okay, this one works. Nope. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes.
I'll just need to start doing some deep soul searching as to what my absolute top 10 are.
Can I
Standing
just
on a
say
beach somewhere,
Triv's,
just looking out
History
the
of the World
ocean
reference was
and
fantastic.
finding Vi's body washing up on the shore.
So I do have a question for you guys. Like with Tony's response to like being controlled by cobras, or like the fact that he's like, kill me, I don't want to be controlled, at least be over. That whole bit, I just like the dramatic scene chewing was crazy. Does that make him a better hero because of his response?
I mean, the hero of
makes
this
him a
movie
huge
was clearly
drama queen,
Vidinho.
actually. You don't see anybody else doing that.
No, that's true.
No.
Vidinho was clearly the hero of this movie.
Oh man,
Virginia should have been the Pumaman.
Yeah,
he should have.
he had
He just
skills.
didn't want to wear the khakis.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
Also, can we just talk about how weird this like entire belief system around the Aztec gods is, involving UFOs and Stonehenge? They did
But
make a
was
Smile
this-
Tap. They
but
did
was
make a
it
Smile Tap
Stonehenge?
reference to.
Was it Stonehenge?
Yeah, it was
or
kind of like
better than what
Stonehenge.
I was gonna say, was it as good as Spinal Tap Stonehenge?
Nobody
Yeah,
knew
because
who
this
they were
Stonehenge
or
wasn't
what they were
risk,
doing.
this yeah this Stonehenge wasn't at risk of being crushed by a dwarf.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony might be short. We really don't know. Vidinho was pretty
No.
tall.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say that dude was a mountain.
The guy's a giant, and that jaw.
Oh
my
my
god,
God.
that jawline.
Not as big as Robert Zadar's, but still
No.
pretty big.
Nope.
That's what
No.
she said.
But I mean, Robert Zadar is a catcher's mitt with eyes, so
Yeah.
I just acorns.
The thing that drove me nuts too with this is every time, like he looked like he was wearing a tunic, and then he would just flip it open and it was his cape. I'm like, those are obviously two different pieces of clothing.
Yeah, he was like
Oh,
wearing
come
that thing. He was wearing that thing Luke Skywalker wears during the Mos Eisley scenes in Star Wars.
The
Oh,
ones
like
that
a
were
poncho.
cut, yeah.
Yeah.
So will you
Oh,
guys
man.
take the parting advice of Vidinho when he went up in the spaceship? Keep your litter box clean. Keep an eye out for urinary tract infections. 'Cause I know I am going to keep a closer watch on that now.
I mean, I've been doing that ever since.
Aw, yay.
I always keep my litter box clean.
Good.
You got to, otherwise it stinks up the bathroom.
Yeah, that's for sure. And leaves you itchy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, well, Triv, great pick to close us out this month. Good job. Now, this one is on Tubi, so you can get like a clean
Well, it's
version
also,
of
I believe it is one of the ones officially released on the MST3K YouTube channel.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a great introduction. If I could speak, it's a great introduction to MST, I think.
I think so. That's actually an interesting conversation that we might want to have at some point.
Yeah.
Is what are the best introductory episodes to MST?
Maybe that's a good topic for next Maystery Science Theater.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll pick one that we think is that we haven't covered already. So that already excludes Mitchell. It already excludes Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Mitchell was my introduction too.
Nice.
Oh, Mitchell was and Santa Claus was mine. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. That is
My apartment.
Oh, Yanni. I mean, Mitchell.
John. I mean Mitchell.
So awesome job, Triv. Anything else you
thank
want to
you.
say about the Pumaman before we roll off and talk about what we're doing next month?
Just don't fly like a moron. That's the only thing I got to say.
Ole!
Yeah. Lift your legs up. Engage your core, folks. If you're gonna fly like that, gauge your core. Lift your legs back.
Christmas ornaments of the gods. So remember, Christmas ornaments of the gods.
All right. Well, for anybody who is new to the channel, who hasn't been listening to us all month long, Kurt, we'll start with you again, man. Where are people going to find you?
Well, you can only find me in a couple places. You can find me on Blue Sky, Museum of Arabia. Post stuff there a lot. Well, not frequently, but enough. So that's where basically my online presence is. I just have a Discord. I have Letterboxd. It's linked on my Blue Sky, and if you find me on Letterboxd and you want to follow me on Blue Sky, it's linked on my Letterboxd, and vice versa. I write reviews almost every week. I finished for the 45th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back. Because it happened to coincide with my birthday, I watched Star Wars. Then I watched that's what I watched on my birthday. Is Star Wars. It's my favorite movie. Then I watched Empire the next day because that was the 45th anniversary when Empire came out. And then on Memorial Day or the day before Memorial Day, I watched Jedi because that was the 42nd or 43rd anniversary when that came out. So I wrote reviews
42nd.
on the
Wow.
42nd, 1983, yeah. So yeah, I wrote reviews on all three of them. They're linked on I've linked to my Star Wars one, and you can also just find my other reviews on Letterboxd.
He writes reviews that make the whole web sing.
Yeah, I
With
wish.
the flavor of bacon.
And a dip.
Yep.
Yep, that's all my pluggables.
Okay,
Yay.
and Triv, how about you?
Well, when I'm not being Catamundi man, you can find me here on YouTube at Trivial Theater. I do random, obscure, and straight up bad movies. I'm in the process of a whole bunch of sorry, my brain's not working. Training video riffs with a variety of folks. Oh, thank you so much. Latest one was a Nintendo holiday one from '93. The next one is going to be up with Kurt talking about the dangers of drugs in Canada from the 40s.
Mm-hmm. From the 40s.
From the 40s.
Yeah, we got a couple. We got like three of them, right? We got the one from the 40s about Canada and drugs. We have one about like societal pressures for teenagers from like the 50s.
Yeah, it's sex and social pressures. So that's
sex and social pressures. That's what that one is. And then we have the training video for the Jewel Osco grocery store chain from Chicago, where we talk in our Chicago accents in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, Canadian drugs in the 40s were big time dangerous. You had to go with Mexican drugs for that day.
Yeah,
exactly. They had
Canadian drugs
trees.
are like, hey, is this skunk weed maple flavored?
Rush wasn't a thing yet. So they had to be extra careful.
So you just licked the hockey pucks, and that's how you got high.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The magic hockey pucks.
Oh yeah.
And hockey. Give up your hockey hair. Never.
And there's a question of whether all of the white stuff that falls in Canada is snow or cocaine.
Oh.
A little bit from column A, a little bit from
Do you know what the street value of this mountain is?
You just got to get a pile of it and then snort it and see what you got.
Exactly. You're either going to get brain freeze or you're going to get massively addicted.
Yeah.
Or it could happen in either case. So you're good.
Awesome. And well, for us, Mike and I host a little podcast called Geek Salad. You can check that out wherever you get your podcasts. We just launched an episode on Monday where we did a stack ranking of every DC movie released after the end of the Nolanverse.
Absolutely fantastic.
Covers
great stuff, guys.
From
Save Martha
all the way to Aquaman: The Lost Kingdom. It includes the Batman. It includes both Joker movies and the animated movies.
It was a fantastic ranking. Thank you guys so much for that.
Thank you.
I had forgotten a lot of that stuff.
My big question, actually, to both of you, did you feel validated in any of your internal feelings for any of them? Because that's really what I set out to do. Was just make sure.
I like the Batman, but I can see why other people didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Black Adam, watching it, and I walked away from that I was conflicted because you try to give movies the benefit of the doubt, but there was so much in there, and learning all the stuff about The Rock behind the scenes. It's well, okay, it's good to know why this movie sucks.
Yeah. Well, is this how all of his movies are?
Probably but the question is, does he pee in Voss water bottles?
Maybe I need to rewatch The Scorpion King.
Oh God. Yeah, it's before he had the clout that he has now, and I'm just expecting that, these Moana reshoots that he's doing, and dude, you ruined WrestleMania because you had to go do reshoots. Stop making everything hinge on you. So we did that. within the next, I think, week or two, hopefully, we are going live with our next episode. We'll actually be on this stream live.
Ooh.
Nice.
We're going to see how that works out, and then we'll have a nice, clean, edited version for you. But we are going to be talking about the best of greatest hits albums.
The best of best ofs.
The best of best of.
That's the best stuff.
Nice.
Yep. Geek Salad Gold.
Woohoo.
So, looking forward to hearing what anybody has to say about any of your favorite.
I'm gonna give you so much feedback. It's not even gonna be funny.
All right. So, Kurt, I challenge you, and I challenge everybody to this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna list them, I want to know what makes it a great best of. Because I could just
I can absolutely
call it a best of. What makes it a great best of? Like, I am like soul searching right now to find the best of the best in terms of.
I got plenty of them back here. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can probably find a couple.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
I just found the Smokey Robinson and the Miracles anthology, which I think might have been my mother's, because it didn't have my dad's name written on it. So the way that his college roommates wouldn't steal from him. It's like 3 albums, and the worst part about it is that it was released in the era when records were side 1 and side 3 because of record changers.
Oh, yeah.
I own so many albums like that, and it's infuriating.
Yeah, that probably pissed me off too.
The Who's Tommy, David Bowie Live.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so that is our episode. Again, Kurt, Triv, thank you so much for providing us so much great content this month. Can't wait to have you guys back. I'm sure we'll find another excuse to do more Mystery Science Theater riff tracks. This is what we do. Yeah. In the meantime, next month, I found out that Netflix is going to be putting a whole bunch of Hitchcock movies on the platform. These movies are almost impossible to find streaming anywhere because I'm not paying for shit.
Yeah.
Besides the subscription fees I have to pay. So Mike and I are going to pick a few. We're going to review them. Everything's going to be awesome. And by awesome, I mean really creepy towards Timmy Hedren. But
I'm still working with it. I'll come up with something. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure. So anyway, guys, thank you again so much. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so.
Absolutely.
Give this episode
completely.
You know what you need to do. Follow us on Blue Sky at Geek Salad Radio. Follow us on Facebook at Geek Salad Podcast. And until next time, I'm Andy.
I'm Mike.
Go forth and be nerdful. And just to repeat to yourself, it's just a show. You should really just relax.
Push the button, Frank.
Corn grows in you.